Helps everyone feel safe. Got it. A little pop-up reminder whenever you go live on YouTube. All right, so what is today? September 25th. It's Thursday, currently 17:34. Time for a cup of coffee. But what we're going to be doing while this live stream is sort of rolling on is I have a very large box of premium mix bullets from AmericanReloading.com. Completely forgot that I even had these. These are the 243 Winchester or 6mm premium mix. Completely forgot I had them. How you doing, Bob? I'm doing pretty good. Sitting around, got a little bit of time to kill, and I've already started sorting this box of bullets. And I've got a question. I'm hoping somebody can help me out on the live stream. Maybe somebody has some information, but I'm getting a lot of these guys. Okay, so has the dark red tip. Obviously it's a Hornady bullet, but it's weird. It's a weird weight, at least. I'm getting a lot of these so far, just in the initial amount of sorting that I'm doing. So I'm getting a lot of 108 ELDXs, or 108 ELDMs, excuse me, 108 Hornady ELD match bullets. I'm getting some 103 ELDXs, and then I'm getting a lot of 80 and 90 grain ELD bullets with the dark red tip. But so far I'm getting several of these that weigh anywhere from 106 to 106.3. And that's weird because Hornady does not offer a 6mm 106 grain bullet, not to my knowledge at least. So it's kind of weird, but let's see. Oh, what's going on, Anthony? Glad you can make it. Yeah, I've got a lot of the AMAXs, or excuse me, right now I'm going through and I'm just kind of pulling out handfuls at a time and I'm sorting them. These are, it's just a bowl of kind of like VMAX and AMAX. I'm just lumping all those together. Then I've got another bowl where I'm putting the SSTs. So I know these are SSTs. They're flat base with the Canalure, you know, with the red tip, red polymer tip. I know those are SSTs from Hornady. Got some of these, just regular boat tail Spitzer focus. Some of these guys that are just sort of exposed lead tip, you know, the interlock from Hornady. So I'm creating a bowl of those as well. So far I'm getting a ton of the AMAX and what I assume are VMAX because they look practically identical with their red tip. So I'm getting a lot of those, a lot of SSTs. Like I said, a lot of the ELD match, ELDX. Hey, what's going on, Outdoor Generalist? It is a struggle, by the way, just to comment on the video you posted earlier today. Everyone, make sure you go watch the Outdoor Generalist. First of all, subscribe to his channel. It's a great channel. Talking about binoculars for people that wear glasses. Yeah, it's a struggle. So I wear contacts, and I almost refuse to go hunting, go shooting, or anything of that nature without my contacts. I can't stand trying to shoot or hunt or look through an optic or binoculars or whatever with glasses. It drives me nuts. So, all right, so just doing some bullet sorting here. Picked up, and so some of you guys that hang around the channel for any length of time, you'll appreciate I started to clean off my reloading bench yet again, and stumbled across this. It's a 6mm premium mix box of bullets from American Reloading, and I think I did a video on these, but I have no clue. I can't remember if I did or not. And so now the plan is to just sort them, right? Because I found them, they're unsorted, they're just stuffed in a box. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next however long I plan on doing this live stream. So let's see, what do we got going on here? You're watching, oh, the Outdoor Generalist is watching from the deer stand. Well, you better be paying attention. Don't miss that buck. What's up, Derek? Got a Tikka T3X stainless super light with a wood stock coming in tomorrow. Oh, nice. Classic. Bowls of Bullets. Sounds like a great channel name. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. So, but Derek, you might know, or the Outdoor Generalist, either one of you. El Chupa Goats, what's going on? Another great channel. Again, that's one of the awesome things about YouTube. Go check out El Chupa Goats. He's got a great channel as well. So I'm sorting these bullets. I'm getting a ton, like I was saying, I'm getting a ton of the Hornady ELD, like ELD Match, ELDX. Getting a lot of those bullets in this premium mix box that I'm sorting. But one weird thing is, these, getting a bunch of these guys with the dark red tips from Hornady, but I'm getting a really odd weight. It's 106. I know Hornady has, in 6mm, I know they have a 108 ELD Match, they've got a 103 ELDX, but I don't know of any 106 grain bullet that they have released in 6mm. Maybe you guys, maybe you know something that I don't, but I think maybe it's just who knows, maybe it's a defect, right? They shipped out, maybe they're just seconds or something like that. They missed their weight tolerance on the production line, and so maybe they got batched up and shipped over to American Reloading. But I am getting some of these are the 90 grain CX, so I'm getting some of these as well, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully I'll get a lot more of the 103, right? I'd like to get more of the 103 ELDX. I know people hunt with the ELDMs. I got it, but I don't know. I just can't get past it. So I prefer to have if I'm going to be shooting Hornady bullets, I prefer to have the ELDX version. I mean, ideally, I'd rather have their Interbond above all else. I'm not even a fan of their solid copper stuff, but I would like to have their Interbond. So yeah, let's see. Barely a week till opening bow season. Yeah, it's let's see. I think it's exactly a week here in Alabama. It opens up October 1st in Zone D. I want to say Zone D opens October 1st. So however many days it is till October 1st. What's going on, Matt? I'm sorry I missed your, you said, what's up, everyone? Outdoor Generalist. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to sort bullets and talk and all that fun stuff. Thanks. Wish I could wear contacts. Really? Yeah, see, I've gotten astigmatism as well. So I'm in the same boat as you. So I can sympathize, and it is a pain in the butt, especially driving at night in the rain. For me, that's the worst. It's not fun at all. So just trying to get some of these sorted. And then, let's see. What's going on, Crash? Yeah, long time no see. I don't do live streams on a regularly recurring schedule or interval. By the way, hopefully everyone has a cup of coffee. So just made this. Lately, I don't know if I showed everybody what I've been drinking a lot of lately, but it's the 8 o'clock dark Italian espresso K-Cup. Really good stuff. I was a big Green Mountain Dark Magic guy for a long time. I don't know what was going on with their manufacturing though. I'm sure they're all made in the same place, right? All these K-Cups, it's just like Scopes. They're all made in the same facility. They just slap a different brand label on it. But for whatever reason, man, I hit a stretch where the Green Mountain K-Cups, like they would just explode in the little coffee maker. Not necessarily explode, that's the wrong word, but pretty much it would like it would dump all of the coffee grounds down into my coffee cup. I bought a box of, I think it was like a box of 32. It was like a 32 count box of the Dark Magic, and I had probably 6 to 8 of them do that. And it kind of was, you know, a few boxes in a row where I noticed that issue. And finally I was like, you know what, forget this. I got to find something else, because that's a waste of money, because I'm just dumping out the coffee after I make it, because it's just full of coffee grounds at that point. And if I want Turkish coffee, I'll make Turkish coffee, right? I don't want to throw a K-Cup in my coffee maker and it make Turkish coffee for me. That's something that I want to purposely do, not do that by accident. Anthony, you've been working with 100 grain hot core in your 25-06. That's awesome. What's up, Chris? You ever get new Peterson? No, I did not. Did not order. I have not ordered any of those yet. I actually just loaded up all of my Hornady stuff. I went ahead and processed all that. Crash, speaking of American Reloading, you scored big. Oh, on the 124, what was it, Hydra-Shocks or whatever those are called? In 9, they're 40% sales or no job. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's why it can be a little frustrating with American Reloading. Like they'll send you 5,000 emails in the span of like a week. But if you just sort of stay persistent and you know what you're looking for and you're willing to, you know, do this type of stuff where I'm sitting here sorting hundreds of bullets. If you're willing to do that, man, that's a great time to buy and stock up on, especially stuff for pistol, or if you just want to go have some range ammo, some plinking ammo. They're like one of the best sites to use in my opinion. So that's awesome. El Chupa Goats, you just ordered some 110. Okay, Sierra Match Kings Trout, that's awesome. Oh, Outdoor Generalist might be the 106 tap made for 6 Art. Okay, I don't even see a 106 grain bullet listed in their, I have their reloading app, Hornady's reloading app, and I went to the app and I was looking through different 6mm cartridges to be like, is there a 106 grain bullet? That makes perfect sense. And I hope that's what it is. It's probably exactly what it is. See, I knew someone would have the answer. I was sitting over here scratching my head going, I have no clue what this bullet is, but I'm getting a bunch of them in this box. Chris, I need to get, oh, you needed to get cold to do final 243 sight in for deer this year. Yeah, we've kind of been really blessed here in Alabama. We've sort of, like I think I've mentioned it before on a video where it's kind of like a false fall. I think today the high was only like 82 or 83. It'll probably warm back up a little bit before, you know, winter, you know, true fall kicks in, and then winter as well. But I went ahead and looked at like the 10-day forecast, and coming up for opening day in zone D for bow season, October 1st, I think the low is in the 50s. Now we're getting somewhere, right? That's huntable conditions right there. And I think the high that day is only supposed to be like 80. So that's way better than, you know, 95 that it's been before on opening day of bow season, because I've been out there sitting in it. Den Kono, he had a question, or this person has a question. Do you have a separate workshop to load bullets? I do. And I'm way behind on comments, so I apologize. Accuracy first. McMillan walnut stock arrived today for your Terminus Zeus. It's inletted for carbon barrels. Just need to get it bedded. Nice. Bob, my favorite for 243 is the Hornady 87 grain hollow point. I'm a really big fan of the Spear 85 grain boat tail Spitzer. Huge fan of that bullet in 243 Winchester. What's going on, Harvey? I'm just sorting bullets and I'm way behind on comments, so I'm just now seeing where you jumped in. Matt, do they have good deals at American Reloading? Yeah, go check it out. It can seem like a little bit of a sketch ball site, but I get it. You know, when I first ordered from them, I was like, man, oh, some of these deals are like too good to be true in some cases. But go check them out. They've definitely, you can tell that a lot of people have started using that website. A lot of people have started ordering from those guys. Their shipping timelines have sort of increased. Their cost threshold for free shipping has gone up. But in general, you know, if you see something, they sell a lot of pulled bullets, right? So just know that up front. They do, I think they do sell some new stuff, but they sell a lot of pulled bullets as well. That's kind of where I've had a ton of good luck, is buying these, like these premium mix boxes from them. So it's just literally a box full of bullets, and it's just, they'll sell them in caliber sizes. So this is a 6mm premium mix box, and it's, you pull out a handful and it's literally, you know, Hornady ELDXs, Hornady SSTs, looks like interlock bullets and Hornady interlock bullets in here. Other ones, I really hit the jackpot on a 7mm premium mix order that I got from them. I only got 3 different bullet types. I got the Federal Terminal Ascent, the Federal Trophy Copper, and the Federal Trophy Bonded. And it was like hundreds of bullets, and those were the only 3 bullets that I got in that entire order, and that was like insane. I've gotten a lot of Barnes bullets before, and it's a really good way in some cases to get premium bullets, you know, pretty cheap. Yeah, Harvey said y'all need to stay away from American Reloading, doesn't need the competition. Yeah, exactly. They do have very good deals. And okay, the Outdoor Generalist. Hey, pay attention, man. You're gonna miss a buck if you keep. No, I'm just kidding. So the Outdoor Generalist is actually tuning in from the deer stand. So I hope you kill a big one. It's a government contract bullet, I think. Might not be available. Oh, okay. Interesting. Accuracy first. I got several hundred of the new Sig. That's the thing, and they still have that. I think they still have the Sig Sauer. It's already primed. 270 Winchester brass, and that stuff. It's insane how good of a deal that is. I have bought to Derek's point, accuracy first. To his point, I have bought several hundred pieces of that brass now at this point. It's just Sig brass is really good, and the fact that it already comes primed, which I believe Sig uses CCI primers, I think, in their factory loadings. So yeah, you need to check it out. Has anybody ever tried AR discounts? Negative. My first few orders from Merit were shipped within a couple of days. Now I can order, okay, it's saying ship, but only the label's created. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of, they're running behind on their shipping timelines. What's going on, Wayne? Harvey, I got a few hundred rounds of the 277 Fury with the steel in from there that I next size. Oh, cool. Converted that to 708. Crash. Harvey, I can vouch for American Reloading as well. They stepped their game up big time. Used to be real hit or miss. I've had nothing but straight wins. Yeah, exactly. So I now have, I think, 3 or 4, maybe 3 different Midwest powders. Yeah, I think 3. And man, I have similar experience, Crash. I literally hit a home run on their powder so far. 8-pound kegs of it, super cheap compared to what you're going to pay retail. So accuracy first, I'm going to hunt with the 270 140 grain Sierra Hollow Point Boat Tail and tipped Game King this year. Pulled bullets, pulled Sig, prime brass. Nice. Harvey, a few hundred rounds of brass. Has anybody tried AR discount? Negative. I don't know what AR discount is. Is that a website? Matt, Chris, Harvey, run hotter, barget with the Fury 708. Okay, that's a question to you, Harvey, about running that 708. Matt, no, never heard. Yeah, same. I never heard of AR discount. Harvey, both 08 and 308. check them out. They have a bunch of good deals. Okay, nope, never heard of them. So again, just sitting here sorting bullets. Just kind of doing a visual first, trying to lump everything into piles. And then I'm gonna go, I've got my little cheap National Metallic brand scale over here that I'm gonna use to actually weight sort everything. But I just need to get these. Let's see, Chris, I'm giving up on Hornady brass this year for Lent. I'll tell you what, I'm giving up on Hornady brass just period, because it's terrible. I say it's terrible, it's not really terrible. See, here's another 190 grain, or not 190 grain, here's another 90 grain CX bullet, so good stuff. I don't know, have y'all seen Backfire? Speaking of giving up on Hornady for Lent, have you guys tuned in to the Backfire? I think the latest video they published where they were talking about ammo prices being a scam. You know, I think his name is Jim over there. He was just talking about how much factory ammo has gone up since 2019. I think it's like 36%, I believe is what he was showing. And you know, it's like, if you're paying that much more for factory ammunition, you should be seeing improved performance. And it's just not the case. And I don't buy a lot of factory ammunition. Very rarely do I buy factory ammunition, because I love loading my own so much that I don't really care to get factory ammunition, unless it's in like a weird situation like the 300 Ruger Compact Magnum or the 30 Thompson Center. That stuff's a little bit oddball when it comes to like trying to actually find head stamp brass for it that I can buy. So I just get the factory ammo and then shoot through it and then reload it. But I mean, he's not wrong. That's been my experience. You go and you pay for factory ammunition, and it's not cheap, and it doesn't shoot great at all. So I don't know. Be interested to hear what you guys have to say. I know some people tend to have better luck with factory ammunition than I do, or at least that seems that way. I generally have not great experiences shooting factory ammunition. All right, what do we have here? A bunch of VMAX. These have got to be a bunch of VMAX and AMAX bullets. So, SSTs, yep, and interlock. Oh, I believe this is a Federal Fusion. I believe that's a Fusion. Very similarly colored to like a Speer Gold Dot, because they're all made by, they all fall under the same, I think they're still umbrellaed under the same company, so they're probably all these bullets probably manufactured the same facility. Again, slap a different name on it. Let's see here. Getting a ton of these ELD M and ELD X bullets though, so that's not bad. Not necessarily what I would consider a premium. I know Hornady charges a premium price for them, but I don't necessarily consider them a premium hunting bullet. For me, a premium bullet is more in line with, you know, like a Barnes solid copper, maybe a bonded bullet, something along those lines. But they don't call these premium hunting mix bullets. They just call them premium mix. So it's in the eye of the beholder, that's for sure. Now I've got to go back. Matt's another site that seems shady, but you built a 300 blackout for under 300 bucks. Nice. Chris, I'd rather run Alpha or Lapua if I'm running hotter than max loads. Better shot consistency and still reloadable after 20 rounds or 20 shots. Yeah. Accuracy first, and 130-06 I got 3,000 with a 165 grain Sierra Hollow Point boat tail and M550 23-inch barrel. Going to try same components in the Tikka. Nice. Chris says good once. Yeah, that's true. If it works good for you, you know. Accuracy first, saw the Backfire video. Chris, I have Norma for my 08 and Peterson for the 243. Hard to go wrong with either one of those. Accuracy first, buy a ton of factory ammo on clearance, auction, etc. so long as it's good brass to load, just so easy to use and new. Yeah, to get it, yeah, to do like a barrel break-in. I know people don't like to call it that anymore, but essentially to do a barrel break-in and just run a couple hundred rounds down the barrel before you start serious load development. It is, if you can get it cheap enough, right, then it's a good way to go. First, but rarely hunt with factory ammo. Harvey Chris, Norma 202, question mark. Oh yeah, he's referring to Norma brass. Okay, Matt just picked up 5,000 large Magnum primers for 189 bucks on AR discount. Yeah, they, so similar to that, American Reloading also sells primers. They sell primers and powder, and they, same deal. You can get primers way cheaper than what you're going to find them out in the retail space. Again, like I'm a huge fan of supply and demand, and the only way, in terms of the only sort of influence that we, the customer, can have on pricing and how these companies, sort of price their products, is simply just let it sit and collect dust, right? Find alternative methods and materials that are going to work for you and get the job done, which is what American Reloading, that's been like one of my go-to sources for quite a while now. I've loaded a lot of their Midwest powder that they sell. I've loaded a lot of their premium mix, pulled bullets, just their pulled bullets in general, all that stuff. I've been shooting a lot of that lately. You guys have seen that on the channel. And it's a great way to, to keep reloading on a budget and being able to go to the range and enjoy. You buy a gun, like Jim was saying in the backfire video, you don't want to go spend $300 on factory ammo and then to try to figure out what it shoots well, right? And then it ends up just shooting everything like garbage. That's pretty sad. So it's finding ways to still enjoy the hobby, because it has gotten a lot more expensive since COVID. So you got to adjust accordingly, and really that's the only option the consumer has, is to just not spend their money on the overpriced, retail components that you can go like pick up at Cabela's or Midway USA or whatever, places like that. Just let that stuff sit and collect dust. And when it does, they'll eventually go, hey, we're gonna have to put this stuff on sale, and then that's when you can buy it, right? Okay, sorry guys, got to go back up. I keep getting caught up. Bob, what brand, Matt? Okay, they're talking about what brand are the primers. Wayne, yeah, what's going on, Wayne? Chris, yep, Norman 202. Okay, you got Remington primers. Matt says Remington. I picked up a couple bricks of those not too long ago. I think I picked them up from Mr. Big Guns in Huntsville, Alabama, a local gun store I like to shop at. I think they had gotten some in. More bullet sorting. We're getting there. So, maybe about halfway through the box. This is my bowl full of I guess not SSTs, VMAX and AMAX, and then SSTs. I've got a pile of the ELDM and ELDXs down here. I don't even have them in a bowl, because before I turned on the phone to go live, I was actually, separating those out and weight sorting those as I went. Because as everyone knows, when it comes to lean manufacturing, that's the way you're supposed to do it, right? By me doing all this double handling and sorting and all that, it's just, I'm adding time to the process, man. Let's see here. But Remington, let's see, accuracy first. All barrels get broken in, just like iron skillets get seasoned. The more you shoot, they get settled or seasoned, where they stabilize for many rounds afterwards. Bob said, thanks. Matt, Bob, they were Remington. Accuracy first, racked up adventures video just started. Harvey, I got a few pounds of 202 for your '08 beautiful at 600 yards. That's the Norma, man, you'll talk about powder that you never see. Good night. I mean, you rarely saw that stuff pre-COVID, right? Like that Norma powder, you just don't see a lot of it. I have the Norma reloading manual, but I don't have any Norma powder, so it's kind of sad. All right, let's see here. A couple more interlocks, some more AMAX and VMAX, and then some SSTs. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay, Harvey, has anyone tried White River primers? I saw a video. What's going on, Shane? I saw a video on that on YouTube. I'm pretty sure somebody posted a video about using those White River primers. Was that Little Crow Gunworks? I feel like Tim over there, I feel like he has posted a video with those White River primers, I thought. Accuracy first. Only primers I use are the normal brands we've all been seeing for decades, Federal, CCI, Remington, but as of 2024, I now have about 6,000 Fiocchi, or however you pronounce that, Fiocchi, large rifle, and they are fine. I've used S&B before as well, and they seem to work okay. Does anyone know where to find Reloader 15? Good luck. Good luck getting Reloader, Alliant Reloader powders in general. You also use Winchester. Nice. Andy. Hey, what's going on, Andy? I'm way behind on catching up with comments. So, accuracy first. First 30 years of my loading, I only use Federal Match and Winchester. Matt, only Reloader powder recently available is 23, and it was all gone in about 4 hours. Sounds about right. Wayne said Alliant powder is really hard to get. Check Gunbroker. Alliant pause most sales to USA. You can't find any more. Yeah, good luck. You're, probably not going to find it. Accuracy first has, man, you only got 18 pounds? Come on, Derek. Those are rookie numbers, right? You got to pump those up. No, I'm kidding. If you need something, probably not going to be able to get it to you, but I guarantee you, if you're looking for something, Accuracy first has it. And don't let that dude fool you. Don't let him talk you into going shopping with him either. Because when you walk in the store, dadgummit, you're going to walk out and spend hundreds of dollars. Thanks to you, Accuracy first. That's been my experience with him. You walk into where did we go? What was the name of that place? Whatever place. I drove up to Ohio and met up with him, and yeah, we went into a sporting goods store there, and man, you'll talk about. I spent some money that day, so I blame him. Nice, love it for your 308 and 30-06. Wayne, oh, you need to try Superformance in your 30-06, especially if you're running solid coppers. I've had really good luck with Superformance and solid copper in 30-06. I've also had really good luck with, I believe it's Ramshot Big Game in 30-06. So if you can't find, a powder that you like to use, give those two a try. I've had really good luck with them in 30-06. Wayne's got 5 pounds of 15 and 16. Oh, what's going on, KM? I hear you, War Eagle. Roll Tide. I actually don't watch college football anymore. Gave up on that years ago. It's just like watching politics. It'll add more gray hair on your head than it's worth. Matt, you've only got 2 pounds left. Rocky Mountain Ballistics. Hey, what's going on? It's going good. I'm way behind on the comments, so, it is what it is. Sorry, I'm just now getting around to it. But I'm trying to sort bullets is what I'm doing. So on top of sorting these guys, I've already shown them a few times from AmericanReloading.com. They're premium mix in 6mm. I bought these, and I was cleaning off my reloading bench and actually found the box. I completely forgot I even had them. So, you know, leave it up to me to have an absolute mountain of bullets that I have no clue that I even have. So now I'm going through the process of sorting them by bullet type, general bullet type, and then I will weight sort them after that. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. Getting a ton of Hornady bullets, a lot of VMAX, AMAX, SSTs, a lot of ELDMs, a lot of ELDXs. I've gotten some Federal Fusion so far. Not many, just maybe a couple. Let's see, there's another SST. I got a bunch of interlocks. So, you know, not as good as some of my other orders from American Reloading in terms of the premium mix and the bullets that I've been getting, but not bad. Let's see, Harvey, I got my powder from my 86-year-old gunsmith who has stockpiles of this stuff. Yep. Sportsman's Warehouse is selling White River primers, but I had to show my ID when purchasing 3 sleeves. That's no thanks. You ask me for my ID when I'm buying primers, you can keep them. I got enough of them. I got enough. That's the one thing I kind of went overboard on probably over the past year is if I saw primers on the shelf, large rifle, large rifle Magnum, small rifle Magnum, yeah, those, if I saw those sitting on the shelf, I just bought them. So, accuracy first, shush. Yeah, we spent Vance Outdoors. Okay, thank you. Vance Outdoors, that's where we went. Harvey, get to be friends with good old gunsmiths and find that hard to find powder. Yeah, no kidding. Matt, I don't go out to shooting ranges and mostly do a lot of my own stuff. Accuracy first, M550 and 30-06 is about as perfect as you can get. And that's the thing too. What's going on, Jeff? Vihtavuori powders, if you're gonna buy powder and you're just gonna pay retail price for powder, just buy Vihtavuori powder. Go figure out whatever cartridge it is you're trying to load. Go find the Vihtavuori powder that's available. Some random person walking down the road. And just buy that because it's like some of the best powder you can possibly buy. And it's priced basically the same as everything else. So if you're already gonna spend the money, why not get the best powder you can get? Just buy Vihtavuori stuff. Matt said, sounds like it. Accuracy first. When are you going to start your channel? Accuracy first. He responded, I did upload a lot of shorts and did a few videos. Accuracy first, been out of state. Matt. Okay, Matt's in New Mexico. So, by the way, Matt, huge fan of New Mexican food. Okay. When I traveled to Albuquerque for work, went into a Mexican food restaurant, and I sit down, I'm ordering my food. They were like, what do you want to drink? And, you know, they go over the list of drinks. So I was like, you know, y'all got sweet tea? Which they were like, no, we don't, but we have cinnamon tea. Never had cinnamon tea before. It was really good. And then I ordered my food and they're like, okay, you know, how do you want it? You know, do you want Christmas? And I was like, look, I ain't from here, right? I'm from Alabama. I don't know what you're talking about. They were like, do you want red Hatch chilies on your food, green Hatch chilies on your food, or Christmas, red and green? I was like, give me Christmas. But I don't know. I have no clue. That stuff's phenomenal. Really good. So, big fan of New Mexican food. That's what they told me. They were like, yeah, this is New Mexican food. That's what they called it. So, Jeff's going to try to pull it up. What in the world? Now somebody's turning around right out in front of my house. I wonder if they're going down to pick up. Yeah, they're probably going down to pick up. There's some lady with a backpack walking down the road. Accuracy first, got my 4th jug of N560 Monday. Nice. Yeah, I've got a jug of N560. It just kind of sits collecting dust for the most part. Harvey, Vihtavuori is cleaner. Accuracy first for the cartridge I use. N560, 550, 540 work well. Rocky Mountain Ballistic Super Performance is awesome, but it can be picked. It can be. So I've had the cartridges, I've had like really, really, really good luck with Superformance in is 243 Winchester, 270 Winchester, and 30-06. I'm trying to think back. I did a little bit of testing in 6.5 Creedmoor. It's kind of been hit or miss, but 243 Winchester, like I've had really good luck with it. 270 was phenomenal. That with like a solid copper, like a Barnes 129 grain LRX or 130 TSX or tip TSX, and 270 Winchester and Superformance. I don't know what it is about that combination, but it is absolutely dynamite. At least in the 270s that I've loaded for, that combination has worked well, no matter what gun it's been. So, you know, and then 30-06, I actually switched to that powder. Last year. A buddy of mine that I've worked up a hunt load for several years now, he was like, hey, I'm running low on those 30-06 loads you gave me already. And it was using Ramshot Big Game, was the powder I'd used in the past. With really good luck, but you do have to be careful. If you're running those spicy loads, man, you can, yeah. That was the issue, right? Because for his performance criteria, right, his performance window envelope that he was trying to kill animals in, you know, I had to really stomp on it with Ramshot. I'm pretty sure it was Ramshot Big Game, to get the velocity out of it so he could kill an elk out to 400 yards. That was his requirement at the time. Well, he burned through a lot of that ammo, killed a bunch of big bucks, and I mean, he killed several deer with, and it was a Barnes one, I think maybe a 168 grain tip TSX or 165, whatever it was, I can't remember now, that elk load. And he used it to kill a bunch of stuff with it. Worked great, loved it. So he was like, hey, I just need more of those. I was like, hey, I hear you, but can you please just give me the gun back? I want to work up a different load, right? Because that was a pretty hot load. So switched over to Superformance and went with I believe the 175 grain LRX from Barnes, and it's 30-06, and it shot lights out. I think it was the 175. Either way, 175, 165, whatever it was, but it shot really, really well with the Superformance powder, and it's a Ruger M77, the stainless, like the boat paddle stock or whatever it is. It's a Ruger M77, and it really liked that combination. So go give Superformance a try. Exothermal, what's going on? Albuquerque, yep. Good food, yep. Jeff, past the Mississippi line, you have to school on how to do sweet tea. Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about it. Accuracy first. I first tried Superformance 270 Win about 3 years ago and didn't believe my old cronies showing 3,300 plus with a 130. Nice. If it's the ATF, yep. Harmon Dillon says you better behave yourselves. Accuracy first. How much do you want for that five? Oh no, no. That 560 is not going anywhere. I'm gonna hold on to it. Rocky Mountain Ballistics, the 270 Winchester velocities were all over the place. The Creedmoor is what I use it in. Oh, okay, consistently. So you have better luck with in the Creedmoor. Accuracy first. If anyone wants a superior velocity Barnes loading 270, Superformance is gold as long as you keep shots at reasonable distances. I'm telling you, it's for me at least, it has been one of the better performers in terms of consistency from rifle to rifle. And 270 Winchester, Superformance and Barnes has just been a really magical combination. Don't know why, don't know how, can't explain it. For whatever reason, it just works. At least it just works for me. All right, I got to get to more bullet sorting. You guys are distracting me with great questions and commentary down in the comments section. So, let's see here. Got to get to bullet sorting. At least sort by bullet type. That's step one. but yeah, that's good. The Outdoor General is kind of, he answered my question earlier when I first started the stream. The big thing I was trying to accomplish with the stream was figuring out what this particular bullet is. It's a Hornady. It's a dark red tip, but it's oh, this is a Nosler E-tip. There's a Nosler E-tip bullet, so I would consider that a premium bullet. It's a dark red tip, but it weighs 106. Almost all of them that I've found so far that I weight sorted earlier, they're like 106 to 106.3. And I didn't think Hornady made a 106 grain 6mm bullet, but the Outdoor Generalist said that they do offer, I think it's some type of factory ammunition that they offer in 6 ARC, I believe, which makes a lot of sense. And that bullet is probably not offered as a component bullet, which is why they don't have any reloading data with it. So makes sense. So that answered that question. So I really appreciate him tuning in. He actually tuned in from the deer stand. He was hunting this evening, and he was watching. So I appreciate him doing that because he answered that question. Let's see. All right, let me get caught up here. Stand by. What's going on, Jay Adkins? Chris, is big game temp sensitive as hunter, hot weather, and hunter finished off my... Yeah, that's the thing with ram shot and accurate powders in general. They are temp sensitive. So you have to be very mindful when you're loading with ram shot or accurate powders. That's the thing. It's like, it's not a secret. It's not a, like hush hush kind of thing. They tell you. I think you go look at their, it might even say it right on the bottle. Like if you go get like an accurate 2520 bottle of powder, I can't remember if it actually says it on the bottle, but it'll tell you that there's variation in the velocities and pressures you're going to see based off temperature. It's just, it is what it is. They're all ball powders, so that's what you're going to deal with. Ball powder / spherical powder, and so that's you're definitely not going to have that temp sensitive or temp stableness, whatever, that you would with something like Sta-Ball 6.5, right? The whole reason they came out, Winchester came out with all those powders, is to have more temp stable ball powders. But you're not going to get that with those. What you will get though is some really good performance. You just have to be mindful about how you go about achieving those loads, right? Like you have to be very careful. That's why if I'm working with like Ramshot Hunter, Ramshot Big Game, basically any Ramshot powder or any accurate powder, and I'm wanting to work up a hunting load, I might mess around with it a little bit in the summertime, but I already know in the back of my mind, like, okay, I'm going to be able to push this more in the wintertime than I am in the summer. So I might kind of get a general idea about the performance characteristics in the summer, knowing that once it gets closer to deer season and the temps start to fall off, then I'll be a little more serious about working up load, a hunting load and load development with those powders, right? Because I want to test those more in the conditions that they're actually going to be used in, and then don't touch them in the summertime, right? If I work up a load using those powders, and like I'm doing right now, Shooter's World Match Rifle powder in 308. It's a great option. It's a clone, basically a clone powder of accurate 2520. So it is very temp sensitive. So you have to be careful working up a load with that powder. Same thing. But you can get really, really good velocity performance out of a 308 Winchester with that powder. So I'm using that powder for a buddy of mine, work up a hunting load in his Remington 700, and whenever I find the hunting load and then I load everything up and I turn it over to him, I'm gonna be like, hey, do not shoot this in the summertime, period. I don't care, don't care. Go pick up a different gun if you're gonna shoot when it's, because here in Alabama, that's the problem, is you know, in the summertime, you're going to have highs that are 105, 110, humidity through the roof. And then in the wintertime, I've hunted whitetail deer in Alabama when it was -4 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So you're talking about 100-degree temperature swing, right? From like max to min. It just, you, that's hard. That's very hard on ammunition, right? When you load it up in one situation and do all your testing in one scenario, and then you drop 100 degrees, it's going to perform differently. It just will. All right, let me try to get caught up. Where am I at? Did you get any of the MP 638? What was 638? What, I can't remember what that one was. You'll have to refresh my memory on that one. I've got 590-1 and 620. I know. And then I've got another powder, but I can't remember what its number is. Exothermal, more of a hot coffee person even in summer heat, 100%. I sit on the beach, 100 degrees, drinking hot coffee, black. That's what I do. What's going on, Bobby? Ready for deer season? Oh, we're getting there. Jeff, Superform lights. I guess Superformance was a little bit slow in your 338-06 with a 200 grain. Bobby got a Tikka T3X and 300 Wisdom. Nice. Accuracy first. I've loaded 650 loaded 270 rounds with the 129 LRX, 130 tip TSX, 136 Federal Terminal Ascent, and Starline Federal nickel and Winchester brass for multiple 270s. 59.5. Yeah, so I wasn't going to say the charge weight, but that's literally the charge weight. 59.5 grains of Superformance. Again, I don't know what it is, but that has been a very, very good combination for me. Rocky Mountain Ballistics. I'll have to start looking for some barns to load in 270. What's going on, Bob? Bobby, you won't be disappointed. 300 Wisdom. Agreed. Okay, KM, I'm not sure why, but your message was held, or your comment was held for review. Not exactly sure what was wrong with it, but yeah, he might have typed that while eating a Little Debbie. Accuracy first. Bobby, you should have great luck with that 300 Wisdom. Yeah, it's such an awesome cartridge too. Jeff Wilson, 140 grains, 6 mil. I don't think anyone said anything about 140 grains, 6 mil. Or at least I don't think I've called out grain weight in a minute. Accuracy first. Right now, Tikka has a $75 rebate. Bobby, I'm lefty, 300 Wisdom. Yeah, accuracy first is also a lefty, so y'all can definitely bond over that. Talk to you later, guys. Thanks for all. Oh, yeah. Yep. Thanks for joining, Matt. Have a good evening. Almost all my Tikkas are left-handed. Jeff is a lefty also. Gun Prime has left-handed Tikka, stainless T3X, light, 300 Wisdom, $7.99 plus 20 or 30 shipping, no tax outside of Alabama. Bobby, 26-inch barrel, 1 and 9 twist, 300 Wisdom, nice. Jeff, I wouldn't change at this point in time in my life to be left-handed gun. You shot right-handed guns your whole, oh, okay, nice. Accuracy first. I have 30 cal barrels and 8 and 9 twists for 300 Wisdom builds. Oh, Andy, MP 638 is 48. Oh, no, I didn't get any of the 4831. I bought the 7828 Super Shortcut. So it's a higher number. It might be like 698 or something like that. Maybe I can't remember what it is. But I got an 8-pound jug of the 7828 Super Shortcut whenever they had it in stock not too long ago. Accuracy first, Jeff. I was like that until I started stalking more. Too hard to do offhand fast shooting on game for me. Went left, bolt, and been very, okay, nice. Okay. Let's see, Bobby, 300 Wisdom, Lapua Brass. El Chupa Goats has a question. What bullets do you recommend for 300 Wisdom? I worked up a really good hunting load with the, I want to say 180 grain Barnes tipped TSX, I think, if I remember that right. I had a buddy that bought a Tikka T3X 300 Wisdom, and he wanted me to work up a load. It was actually, I used Superformance powder, and I believe 180 grain Barnes tipped TSX, and that shot really good. But I didn't do like a ton of testing with different bullets, so I'm not necessarily the person to talk to or provide, I guess, definitive feedback on the bullet. Okay, you want to try the normal 180 grain Bond Strike. 300 Wisdom does excellent with a lot of powders. Yeah, Derek, what I think, so you've bought a ton of Norma factory ammo. Any experience with the 180 Bond Strike and 300 Wisdom? Mr. Accuracy first. He's the guy, El Chupa Ghost, he's the guy that would probably know more about the Norma stuff. He's had really good luck with the, I believe he's had really good luck with the Norma factory ammo with the tip Bond Strike. So that's probably a really good bullet option in 300 Wisdom. Probably any bullet that Norma makes would probably be a good option in that 300 Wisdom. All right, I gotta sort these bullets. Okay. Oh, drop one. And then he listed some powders, Superformance, Stay Ball 6.5, and the 4350s. He's had good luck in 300 Wisdom with those powders. Okay, Bobby's gonna use H4350 or H4831 shortcut for his 300 Wisdom. Yeah, I didn't do it wasn't really one of those like long drawn out sort of find a hunting load, you know, and really get down to like the nitty gritty of hand loading and, you know, take my time and all that fun stuff. Like when my buddy bought the gun, he was like, hey, I just need a hunt load, need something that'll, you know, obviously kill a deer, and I need it relatively quick. So with that, I just went with Superformance and the, like I said, I think it was the 180 grain Barnes tip TSX in Superformance, and it dropped the hammer. I mean, I think he's killed a couple of really nice bucks with that load and that 300 Wisdom. It's a great round though. I mean, it's definitely got some staying power. I mean, it's hung on when the other Wisdoms have practically, they're basically all but obsolete. I mean, 270 Wisdom is that's still something that you kind of see floating around from time to time. But like the 7mm Wisdom, which is an amazing cartridge, that's virtually obsolete. Just a lot of a lot of those great cartridges no longer exist. Or they do exist, but you know what I mean. Good luck finding factory ammo for them. Let me go back up. Okay, accuracy first, yes. Factory Norma Bond Strike is top tier in his Tikka 300 Wisdom, and he hand loads it as well. How about the 174 grain ELD VT? The 180 Norma Bond Strike, but you should really consider this. Oh yeah, the Spear Impact. The 190 Spear Impact. Yep, that's a great bullet. Might be hunting in Alabama 26, 27. Nice. You've only tried Barnes 175 LRX and 300 Wisdom, no other 170 class weight yet. Okay, so he hasn't tried the ELD VT. I think that was the question. His Terminus Brooks 300 Wisdom load is 200 grain Federal Terminal Ascent at 2960 out of a 24-inch barrel, 10 twist with N560. Cool. I want to try those two bullets, 174 or the 180 Bond Strike. Yeah, and then Accuracy First, he comes down to Alabama to hunt every year. Tony, what powder would you use in 257 Roberts? Well, that's a good question. I've never loaded for 257 Roberts. So that is a great question. Anybody on here ever loaded for 257 Roberts? And if you did, what shot the best for you? We need some recommendations here for Tony. There's another Federal Fusion. I've gotten a few of those, not many, but a few. It's pretty good bonded hunting bullet. Man, I have an absolute, I'm talking about a pile. I have a pile of Hornady ELDM and ELDX bullets down here. We're getting down to the bottom of the box too, so that's good to see as well. I've gotten a few hollow point, like match style hollow point boat tail bullets. See, we're like getting down to the bottom now. And surprisingly, I don't really have a ton of, these are the only, like the interlocks and stuff. That's all I've gotten so far. So kind of surprised. Some of the premium mix orders that I've gotten in the past from American Reloading, like some of them will just have a pretty large volume of like Hornady interlock bullets, which they'll get the job done, but I don't consider them as a premium bullet. Bobby said H4350 is everywhere by him. Accuracy First, so I stocked up on 5 8-pound jugs and an unthinkable number of 1-pound bottles. Nice. Bob said H380 out of his 257 Roberts. So there's a powder recommendation. Accuracy First. I should open a store. Yeah. Sounds like it. Yeah. Tony, not exactly. I don't have any good recommendation to give you on 257 Roberts. Like I said, it is a cartridge that that is very, very much intriguing. It's one that I would love to own one day, in like a very classic, traditional hunting style rifle, like Woodstock. You know, that would be in 257 Roberts. I think that'd be an awesome deer catching machine. But I've never owned one, never reloaded for one. I have loaded for a 253,000 Savage. I have loaded for that in a Savage Model 99 lever action. And I believe I had really good luck with, oh no, I'm not even gonna guess what that powder was. I posted videos about it, but it's been years ago. You have to go back and find that. But yeah, I don't know on the 257 Bob. Let's see. I'm down to just the last few. That's why I'm trying to power through my initial sorting phase here. Get all these guys into their similar bullet style buckets. And then the weight sorting, which I did already start sorting some of them by weight. And it's interesting, we've gotten like I said, one Nosler E-tip out of this entire box of bullets. We've gotten a couple of like the Hornady 90 grain CX. We've gotten, you know, just a few of those, not many. But overwhelmingly, I mean, this has been a Hornady dominated bullet premium mix box. It's just a massive amount of VMAX / AMAX, SST, ELDM, ELDX. That's basically just about. Just dropped a couple. That's basically all this box has been. Which is fine, you know. No big deal. They're good bullets. And a lot of them don't even really, a lot of these don't even have pull marks on them, visible pull marks. So, I mean, these are like pristine. So once I get them weight sorted, these will be great, you know, great options to use as hunting ammunition or whatever. Like same thing for these SSTs. So. Let me get these last, yeah, all these are ELDM or ELDX right there. Sorry guys, let me catch back up on. Bobby said he likes the Sierra Tip Game King 150 in his 280 Remington. Accuracy first, in my 280 Remington I have the 150 Nosler ballistic tip over N165, slow but extremely accurate, and he's killed 4 mule deer bucks with it. And he's since loaded the 139 Barnes LRX with Super Performance. Bobby, yeah, Bobby's got a Thompson Center Encore Pro Hunter with a 28-inch barrel. Time to get your rifles ready for range trials. That is a sweet rifle. Oh, see you. Adios, Derek. Have a good one, man. I appreciate you stopping by, as always. Okay, yeah, please do the unboxing video. It's right-handed, so it's backwards. No, it's not backwards. It's the way the Lord intended that rifle to be, man. Just embrace it. Embrace your inner right-handedness. Hey, box is empty, guys. So the last handful of bullets that need to be sorted here. Let's get these into their respective piles. But yeah, that is one of the nice things so far about this particular box. There's another Federal Fusion. Is, man, there's like almost no pull marks or very, very minimal pull marks on, I would say, the vast majority of these Hornady bullets. Especially like the SSTs and these ELDM and ELDX bullets. There's, I mean, these basically look, you know, almost brand new. So that's really nice. Alrighty. That is it. Bullets are sorted. So I have a massive pile of like the ELDM, ELDX style down here in front of me. Bowl of SSTs, bowl of the AMAX and VMAX. Not many of the interlock, so I'm actually pleased to see that I didn't have a bunch of those. And then kind of, let's see, what are these? These are like the black tip VMAX. I only got what? I got 8 of those, like the black tip, black polymer tip VMAX bullets. And then I got 1 Nosler E-tip bullet. And then maybe 30 another 30 of like hollow point boat tail version or Federal Fusions. So Bobby, next year gonna be ordering your new Tikka Tony. Oh, nice, Ruger M77. Yeah, that's a good classic combination there. All right, we'll see you, Bob. Appreciate you stopping in and joining the live stream. Have a good evening. So there's that. Bullets are sorted. Now I've got to go through the process of weight sorting them and all of that fun stuff. What's the closest WMA near you? WMA probably be Wheeler. Yeah, probably Wheeler. Yeah. But I've got the bullets sorted. That was the whole goal. And we've been going at this for just over an hour. That's typically my normal cutoff time is about an hour or to an hour and a half. So now we're gonna end the live stream here because I've got to get all these weight sorted. And that's just gonna take way more of my focus and attention to try to get that done. So I appreciate everybody joining in on the live stream. Thanks for tuning in this evening. Yeah, same to you, Bobby. I appreciate everybody joining in. Rocky Mountain Ballistics, I appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great evening or a great morning, depending on where you're at as you're watching this. Who knows? You might be over yonder where it's at this point in time, like in the AM, September 26th, right? I don't know where you're at, so. Yep, it was good to see all y'all, or talk to all y'all, El Chupa, Crash, Jay Atkins, all you guys. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening, and we'll catch y'all next time. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to try to go to the range tomorrow. Hopefully have another video or two to post pretty soon. So that's it. Y'all have a good one.